Central Park for the semi-final of the Burtonwood Brewery Lancashire Cup. Wigan versus St Helens. Wigan hoping to avenge the defeat in the final last year at Central Park by St Helens. St Helens out on the field first. Should give you the St Helens team. Number 1, Lachlan. 3/4 from the right, Ledger, Peters, Vivers and Day. Arkwright and Holding on the halfbacks. Front row, Mick Burke, Bernard Dwyer and Peter Gawley. Forber and Haggerty make up the second row. And Andy Platt into the loose forward. Substitutes for St Helens. Number 14, Dennis Litherland. Number 15, Sean Allen. Here come the Wigan team. Led by Andy Goodway. Good crowd here at Central Park tonight. Despite the rain. Give it the Wigan team. Number 1, Steve Hampson. Number 2, Henley Smith. David Stevenson, Ellen A. Hanley on 3/4. Colin Whitfield on the wing. Sean Edwards and Mike Ford make up the halfback. The forwards, Dowling making his home debut for Wigan. Kiss, Wayne, Detroit and Goodway in the second row. And Potter the loose forward. Substitutes tonight for Wigan. Number 14, Steve Vella, who only arrived this morning from Australia. And number 15, Brian Case. Referee for tonight's match is Mr. Ronnie Campbell from Widnes. Steve Peters, captain in St Helens tonight. So it'll be Wigan to kick off. Playing from left to right. Steve Hampson to start the game. Taken well by Forber. Good tackling by Potter and Hanley. Dwyer behind the play the ball. Onto Neil Holding. Onto Arkwright. Arkwright onto Tony Burke. Holding again. Onto Arkwright. Little high. Arkwright takes it well. Dwyer onto Holding. Holding gets a long ball out. And Phil Vivers. Vivers well tackled by David Stevenson. Fifth tackle. Ball back to Lachlan. Kicks downfield. Steve Hampson gathers for Wigan. Tackle well by Roy Haggerty. Now Henley Smith. Decides to go it himself. I'm acting halfback. Tackle just on the halfway line. Kiss down to play the ball. On to Sean Wayne. Driving in. Kiss decides to go it himself. A hard tackle there from Dwyer and Hegarty. On Kiss. Ford onto Goodway. Ball now with Edwards. Edwards looking around for support. Gets a good ball back to Goodway. Goodway well tackled by Arkwright. Kick from David Stevenson. Straight out of play. So it'll be a scrum down. 12 yards inside the St Helens half of the field. Holding to feed. It's a good one against the head. Ball now with Hampson. On to Stevenson. Stevenson goes back inside. Stevenson's still going. Finally tackled by Beavers and Holding. Ball now with Dutoit. Dutoit running straight. Dutoit still going. Ball now with Ford. On to Dowling. Dowling driving. Gets a good ball out to Edwards. Edwards on there onto Hanley. Ball now with Ford again. On to Goodway. Wigan have got the overlap on the far side. Ball with Edwards. Now to Stevenson. Stevenson able to get the pass out to Whitfield, who slipped. Sixth tackle coming up. Ball back to Ford. Ford puts the kick up. It's a chase. Ball goes out. Holding to restart for St Helens on the 25. Ball now with Platt. Slips the tackle of Goodway, but it's wrapped up by Wayne. And first free kick of the evening to St Helens. Wayne not allowing Platt to play the ball. Lachlan with a line kick. Takes play 9 yards inside the Wigan half. Dwyer to restart. On to Gourley. Gourley running cross field. Well tackled by Potter. Ball now with Holding. Burke coming through on the burst. Holding again. Works the run around with Arkwright. It's a long ball out. Steve Peters. Well tackled by Nicky Kiss. Ball now with Arkwright again. On to Forber. Forber tackled by Hanley. Holding again. Ball ricochets off Hanley. Gathered by Dowling for Wigan. Sean Wayne decides to take it himself. Gets over the halfway line. Forward on to Dowling. Reverse pass by Kiss onto Goodway. Goodway running, well, trying to get the ball out. Heavy tackle by Platt. And touch judges in. That was Hegarty. He's being called out, accused of putting the fist in the tattle. Be a free kick to Wigan. Kiss to restart. Ball now with Ford. On to Sean Wayne. Wayne driving through. Wrapped up by Dwyer and Vivas. Ball now with Potter. Good tackle by Roy Haggerty. Round the legs. And a free kick to Wigan. David Stevenson elects to kick for goal. Oh, Stevenson well wide with that kick. Collected by Holden. Holden gets a long ball out to Forber. Finally down by Wayne. Dwyer goes himself. Gets him forward to make the tackle. Ball now with Arkwright. Arkwright unable to get the ball through to Platt. Dwyer onto Holden for the kick. Oh. Well, Whitfield unable to hold on to the ball. Knock on. Holding to feed for St Helens. Quick feed by Holden into his own forward's feet. In fact, it looked like he played that in the second row. Free kick to Wigan. It will be Whitfield with the line kick. Good kick by Colin Whitfield. Takes Wigan into the Saints 25. Case on to Ford. Dowling on the burst. Dowling knocked off Forber. Forber's injured. Referee Campbell stops play straight away. Stretcher being called for. Paul Forber. Switch it on. Sean Allen comes on the field. Number 15. And plays Paul Forber. Carried off on a stretcher. Be Dolan to restart. Kiss acting half-back. Ball with Kiss. Now on to Ford. Ball now with Edwards. Edwards going back inside. Tattle by Gawley. Kiss again. On to Ford. Ford gets a long ball out to Goodway. Goodway tattled on the St Helens 25. Du Toit. Decides to take it himself. Shugs off Holding. And Haggerty. Ford on to Dowling. Dowling looking for the gap. Dowling running cross field. 6 tattle coming up. Ball now with Edwards. On to Potter. Be a change over. Potter tattled in possession. Ball now with Berg. Wigan forwards up on him very quickly. Mel Dwyer from acting half-back. Tattle by his opposite number, Kiss. Now with Arkwright. Ball to Holding. Holding running cross field. And the 6 tattle coming up. Ball back to Loughlin. Loughlin with a long kick downfield. Hampson gathers. Runs cross field. Tackle by Platt. Now Potter. Potter onto Goodway. Goodway manages to make the breakthrough. Finally tackled by Gawley. Much a yard inside his own half. On to Wayne. Case plays the ball to Du Toit. Ball now with Mike Ford. On to Sean Edwards. Wigan playing the ball long across field. Hanley tries the kick through. Met by Barry Ledger. Ledger running cross field. Finally tackled by Hanley. Ball now on to Holding. Holding plays it through to Haggerty. Haggerty makes the break. Hanley's after him. Fends off Hanley. Good break by Roy Haggerty. Finally stopped by Steve Hampson. And St Helens now on the attack. Ball now with Gawley. Gawley driving in. Met by his opposite number, Wayne. Dwyer onto Holding. Holding, low ball through to Platt on the burst. Platt being pushed back in the tattle. The referee gives a free kick. Du Toit pinching the ball after the tattle. Have been called. Dale elects to kick for goal. Day just wide of the post of that kick. Hampson gathered the ball well the second attempt. Met in a crunching tackle by Dwyer and Vivers. Ball now with Dowling. Ball now with Edwards. Edwards with a kick for touch. A good kick by Sean Edwards. Ball goes into touch. 20 yard from the halfway line. Holding to feed. Referee not happy. Holding feeds again. Heel by Dwyer. On to substitute Allen. Well tackled by Edwards. Vivers behind the play the ball. On to Chris Arkwright. Arkwright running cross field. Well tackled by David Stevenson. Dwyer onto Platt. Ball with Olding. Olding tries to chip through. Ball taken well by Hampson. No obstruction, says referee Campbell. Ball now with Detroit. Straightening up. Ford missed out. Goodway on the break now for Wigan. Goodway gets a good ball out to Ford. It's Day. Picks up the loose pass. Referee Campbell reels a forward pass. Holding feeds. And a free kick to Wigan. Holding again, playing the ball into the second row. Hampson with a touch kick. Megan spreading deep. Ball now is Sean Wayne. Tackled by Platt. Onto Ford. Edwards. Another set piece move from Wigan. It's too tight. Goodway unable to keep control of the ball. Knock on. Holding feeds. And free kick St Helens. Feet up in the scrum. Another 10 yards. Someone's been talking. Lachlan with a line kick. Dwyer restarts. Onto Burke. Burke running cross field. Tackled by Wayne. No goalie. Running wide. Well tackled. Goalie dragged into touch. Mike Ford to feed the scrum for Wigan. Good heel by Kiss. Whitfield joining the line. Potter onto Edwards. Edwards decides to go himself. Tackled a little high by Peters. Ian Potter trying the drive through. Wigan playing the ball across field. Edwards gets a second bite. Next ball onto Wayne. Still going. Kiss goes himself. Tackled by Allen. And Hegarty. Ball now with Ford. Ford has to kick through. Ball bounced off Burke. Back to Ford. Referee Campbell indicates fifth tackle. Ford puts the ball into touch. Holding feeds. Heel against side by Kiss. Edwards unable to hold on to Ford's pass. Another scrum down. Still raining here at Central Park, so ball handling will be at a premium. And there Lachlan drops the ball for St Helens. Be another scrum down. even though Goodway came up with the ball. Campbell had already blown for a knock-on before any advantage could be gained. Ball out to Edwards. Edwards waits for Hanley on the run around. Hanley pushes off Arkwright, still manages to get the ball out to Stevenson. Stevenson running back. Ball now with Goodway. Goodway's still going. Now Ian Potter taking it up himself from halfback. Ball with Sean Wayne. Good St Helens tackling. Free kick for St Helens. Wayne too intent on shoving St Helens hooker Dwyer away instead of playing the ball. Loughlin with a touch kick. Dwyer restarts, decides to take it himself. Met by his opposite number, Kiss. Holding. St Helens play the set piece, with Burke finally coming through with the ball. Arkwright onto Holden. Owen looking round for support. Well tackled by Dutoit. Ball now with Allen. Holden again. Onto Platt. Platt wrapped up. On the Wigan 25. Now Hegarty. Holding with a kick. Ball goes straight out. Big kiss to restart for Wigan with a tap from the 25. Now it's Sean Wayne. On to Nick Dutoit. Dutoit still going. Well, referee allows play on. I think the Saints players are more surprised than anyone. Ball's now with Holding. This ball out to Peters. Drop the ball behind him. Ball now with Arkwright. Straightening up. Tackled by Wayne. Goalie. Ball now with Holding. Reverse pass into Hegarty. Hegarty manages to get the ball away to Peters. Loses the ball. Possession regained by Goodway for Wigan. Ball now with Potter. Free kick to Wigan. Good kick by Colin Whitfield. Ball on with Dowling, driving through. And playing it cross field. Kiss misses out Potter. Now Goodway running through. Goodway turning the tackle to get the ball away to Hanley. Ball now with Hanley. Decides to go in himself. Ball with Ford. On to Potter bursting through. Nicky Kiss decides to take it himself. Takes play. Almost to the St Helens 25. Last tackle coming up. Edwards puts the kick up. Loughlin gathers very well for Saints. Ball now with Burke. Running cross field. Dwyer decides to go himself. Met by Edwards and Potter. Holding onto Platt. Arkwright. Just a quick ball through to Hegarty. It was Murphy blows the forward pass. Forward to feed. He digs the ball out onto Hanley. Hanley knocks on. Another scrum down. Holding feeds. Comes out the back. Ball now with Allen. Holding again onto Arkwright. That's Platt in support, but plays a long ball out to Steve Peters. Peters gets the ball back to Ledger. He's running cross field again. Ball now with Arkwright. Beavers well backed up. Ball now with Holding. Holding inside to Allen. Good strong tackle by Dowling. Ball now with Holding. Plays a long ball to Allen. Day misses it. Ball goes straight into touch. Forward feeds. Referee Campbell not happy. Forward feeds again. Good heel by Kiss. Forward tackle by his opposite number Holding. Ball now with Dutoit. Dutoit straightening up. Holding took a knock in that tackle. Ball now with Sean Wayne. Tackle on the halfway line. Ball now with Ford. On ball out to Dowling. Dowling still going. Finally down by Arkwright and Dwyer. Ball with Mike Ford. Ford tries to kick through. Be a good kick by Mike Ford. Referee stops the clock. Holden still down injured. Holding back on his feet. .28.5 minutes gone. Score still 0-0. As Peters feeds. Ball out to Allen. Tackle on 25 by Edwards and Ford. Ball now with Dwyer. Long ball out to Burke, running wide. First pass by Peters onto Goalie. Goalie well tackled by Hanley. Peters again. Onto Arkwright. Tellens playing cross field. Ball now with Holding. Hegarty on the loop. Six tackle coming up. Ball back to Lachlan. Still manages the kick. Kick goes out on the full. Holding comes off the field. Looks like an arm injury. Free plays by Dennis Litherland. Forward feeds the scrum for Wigan. Out it comes with Edwards. Edwards decides to go back. And free kick to Wigan. All right, not allowing Edwards to get up and play the ball. Hampson with a line kick. Good kick by Steve Hampson. Kiss restarts. Ball with Ford. On to Dowling, driving in. Ball to Ford. Now with Potter. Potter looking round for runners. Wrapped up by Arkwright. Ball now with Ford. Plays the run two. Goodway. Goodway well tackled by Hegarty. Ball now with Edwards. On to Hanley. Hanley on to Hampson joining the line. Hampson plays the kick through for Henley Smith. Ball goes dead. Dwyer will restart on the 25 with a tap. On to Gourley. Out by Kiss, Dowling and Goodway. Arkwright. On to Burke. Peters on to Hegarty. Hegarty running straight. Ball it to Arkwright. Tries the tip through. Well taken by Hanley. Hanley gets a good ball out to Edwards. Edwards coming across field. Ball it to Hampson. Hampson well tackled by Litherland and Hegarty. Ball now with Sean Wayne. Running straight. Potter takes a reverse pass from Kiss. Ball now with Sean Wayne. Wayne unlucky not to get the ball away to Edwards. On with Ford. On to Goodway. Goodway gets a good ball through to Hanley. Hanley unable to hold on to the ball. Lachlan gathers for St Helens. Good advantage played by referee Campbell. Ball now with Dwyer. Met by Dutoit and Stevenson. Ball it to Arkwright. We've got Platt running through. That's the ball out wide. Litherland well tackled by Hanley. Ball now with Arkwright. On to Hegarty. Hegarty met by Edwards and Ford. And for the ball going back to Lachlan for the kick. Cross field. Goodway taking his time together. Now he sets off straight. Ball in with Hampson. Kiss decides to take it himself and marked in half back, looking round for support. Plays it to himself. Goes again. Here's a good ball back to Ford this time. Ford onto Hanley in space. Hanley gets the ball out to Edwards. Ball went forward to referee Campbell. Good burst by Hanley. Steve Peters gone to scrum half for St Helens since Oldham was taken off. One against the head. Ball now with David Stevenson. Stevenson's going. Desperate tackle by Phil Vevers. That's Henley Smith in support. Now Dutoit. Dutoit running straight. Arkwright and Vevers in again to make good tackle. Crowd getting behind Wigan. Long ball from Potter to Ford. On to Goodway. Ford on to Edwards. Edwards sees the gap. Edwards is going on his own. Edwards. Good desperate tackle from St Helens fullback Lachlan. Now with Hanley. Hanley looking round. Gets the ball out to Kiss. Kiss goes back. Well now with Potter. Potter straightening up. And sixth tackle coming up. Look for the bomb here. By Ford. Ball comes to Ford. Up it goes. Lachlan loses it. Ball gathered by Dutoit, who's still going. 6 more tackles, said referee Campbell. Wigan on the attack, 2 yards from the Saints line. Ball with Dowling. It's a good ball back to Ford. Ford a long ball out to Hampson joining the line. Hampson well tackled by Vevers. Now it's Sean Wayne, and Wayne goes up for a good try from Wigan. Wayne went up from acting half-back. About 10 yards. In from touch. To the right-hand side of the post. About 4 minutes left. Sean Wayne opens Wigan's account with a try. David Stevenson with a conversion attempt. 26 yards out. Oh, the ball goes wide, well wide. So Wigan now in the lead, 4 points to 0. Good sized crowd getting behind Wigan. As Lachlan restarts. Kick deep. Hampson gathers. Comes through to Potter. Potter well wrapped up by his opposite number Allen. And Platt. Nicky Kiss take it himself. And Studley with Platt and Arkwright. Kiss plays it to himself. Forward behind the play of the ball. Ball now with Dowling. Dowling straightens up. Dowling makes the break. Greg Dowling's going away. He's looking round for support. He's got Andy Goodway in support towards Edwards. Good ball played by Wigan. Edwards is going to go in for another try. Well, really good break by Greg Dowling. Started off the move. Had Goodway in support. Goodway managed to get a great ball out to Sean Edwards. There was 2 tries in 3 minutes for Wigan. David Stevenson with a conversion attempt. About 15 yards to the right hand side of the post, on the 25-yard line. Another good kick by David Stevenson. Almost on half time. Wigan leading 10 points to 0. Lachlan restarts. All taken by Wayne. Knocks on. And Peters to feed the scrum for St Helens. All in goes. It'll look like another heel against the head. It's time to higher heels for Saints. Follow with Littleton. Onto Lachlan joining the line. Only tackled by Edwards. Ball now with Peters. Long ball to Arkwright. Arkwright decides to straighten up. Tackle on the 25-yard line by Kiss and Dowling. Dwyer acting halfback. On to Peters. Long ball out to Hegarty. Hands off one man. That's the ball to Platt. Beavers behind the play of the ball. Home to Goalie. Goalie running wide. Wrapped up by Goodway. Now with Peters again. On to Burke. Right by his opposite number Dowling. And Nicky Kiss. 6 tackle coming up. Ball back to Arkwright. Platt given time to kick. Taken by Smith. Goes round Day. Tackled by Dennis Litherland. The hooter goes for half time. Wigan going. Leading 10 points to 0. He tries through Sean Wayne and Sean Edwards, and one goal from David Stevenson. I know. The team's come back on the field for the second half. No substitutions made by the Wigan side. Still pouring down here at Central Park, but a good crowd all the same. So Lachlan restarts. Kick deep, taken well by Ford. Ford on to Detroit. Day and Platt made the tackle. Now with Kiss. Dowling driving in again. Ball back to Hampson. Kick downfield. Lachlan covers. Lachlan knocks on. Almost on his own 25-yard line. Ford feeds. Good heel by Kiss. Out to Edwards. Edwards has got Stevenson breaking through. Well tackled by Hegarty. Ball now with Ford again. On to Sean Wayne. Ian Potter coming through on the burst. Tattled well by Peters and Platt. Wigan playing crossfield. Out to Dutoit. Takes it himself. And able to get his pass out to Goodway. Ball now with Dolan again. 6 Tattle coming up. Ball to Ford. Ford puts up the kick. Hanley's underneath it. Loughlin gathers safely for St Helens. Ball now with Peters. Ball now with Arkwright. Burke bursting through. Arkwright still manages to get the ball out despite the tattle from Goodway. On to Gawley. Gawley tattled by Dutoit and Edwards. Day weaving through a couple of attempted tackles. Finally down by Dolan. All back to Vivas. Long kick downfield. Taken well by Steve Hampson. He's got Smith in support. Hampson running crossfield. That's a good ball out to Mike Ford. Mike Ford gets the ball out to Colin Whitfield. Slips around. Oh. The final pass from Whitfield. Cut out by Andy Platt. Platt now down injured. Good break by Hampson. Got a good ball out to Ford. And the quick pass to Whitfield. Whitfield went round Ledger. He's unlucky with his final pass. Platt now restored to play the ball. On to Hegarty. Ball now with Arkwright. Tackled by Dolan and Wayne. Ball back to Loughlin. Another long kick downfield. Hampson's covering. Takes the ball on the run. And Smith in support. Tries to go himself. Finally tackled by Day. Stevenson behind the play the ball. David Stevenson decides to take it himself. Tackled just over the halfway line. Now to Ford. On to Wayne. Gets on to Edwards. Edwards gets a quick ball to Dowling. The Dutoit gathered ball well. The second time it's a good ball out to Dowling. Ball goes through Goodway's legs. Not a knock on to the referee. Ball now with Mike Ford. Ford with a kick. Just rolls in. Good kick by Mike Ford. The scrum down. 30 yards out. Peters to feed for St Helens. And goes. Another good heel by Kiss. Ball went out with Hanley. Hanley went round Alan well. Alan recovered to tackle. Potter. Out to Steve Hampson. It's a good ball to Edwards. Edwards unable to hold it. Ball picked up for Saints by Loughlin. Ball now with Vivas. Vivas going through. Now Sean Day decides to go himself from acting half-back. Fine tackle by Kiss. Dwyer behind the play of the ball. On to Peters. Burke gathered well but was tackled quickly by Dowling. Ball now with Arkwright. Short ball. Good tackle by Goodway. On Andy Platt. 6 tackle coming up. Ball goes back to Loughlin. Long kick downfield. Whitfield's covering. But a good kick by Paul Loughlin. Ball rolls into touch, 10 yards from the Wigan line. So it'll be forward to feed the scrum. Peters wins the ball. Gets it out to Allen. Allen's still going. Wrapped up by Hampson and Edwards. Ball now with Lidland. On to Arkwright. Arkwright has Hegarty in support. Hegarty well tattled. Loses the ball in the tattle. And free kick to St Helens. Ball pinched after the tackle had been called. Day elects to kick for goal. And a goal by Day. Hampson restarts with a deep kick. Taken well by Ledger. Ledger running across field, tackled by Ford and Dowling. Score now, Wigan 10, St Helens 2. Ball out to Arkwright. Good tackle by Ford and Wayne. Ball goes back to Loughlin for a long kick. This time Whitfield's back to cover. Hampson stops it. Gets the ball onto Whitfield. Whitfield finally down by Peters. Reverse pass by Hampson onto Goodway. Goodway turns, gets a good ball out to Kiss. Now onto Edwards. Now onto Detroit running wide. Detroit coming back inside. Shrugs off goalie. Finally tackled by Burke and Peters. 5 yards inside the St Helens half of the field. Ball now with Ford. On to Wayne. Wayne gets a quick ball out to Ian Potter. Got Edwards in support. Sean Edwards is going through the middle. As Edwards is going through under the post. Despairing tackle by Litherland. Sean Edwards goes through for Wigan. For the try straight under the post. I thought Litherland had him then. Somehow Edwards' speed and strength managing to get him through the tackle to go in straight under the post, leaving David Stevenson with an easy conversion kick. And it's a goal. Wigan now increase their lead. Score now, Wigan 16, St Helens 2. O'Loughlin to restart. Ball goes out on the full. Be a free kick to Wigan from the centre spot. Kiss taps. On to Sean Wayne. Ball now with Goodway. Goodway looking round. Ball now with Dowling. Dowling straightens up, almost breaks the tackle of Gawley and Burke. Ball now with Mike Ford. Ford the short ball onto Dutoit. Took it well. Ball regathered. Ball now with Sean Wayne. That's a good ball on to Andy Goodway. Goodway unable to get the ball out to Hanley, as he was smothered by Litherland. Ian Potter. This ball back to Mike Ford. Mike Ford got a good ball back to Whitfield, who ran in Ford's tackle. Ball now with Hampson. Hampson puts up the kick crossfield. Smith's chasing. Taken well by Day. Day goes round Smith. Tackled well though by Stevenson and Dutoit. Ball now with Loughlin. Stevenson makes the tackle again. Ball goes back to Loughlin for the kick. Taken well by Steve Hampson. Hampson running it back. That's the ball onto Mike Ford. Mike Ford going down. Tackled by Litherland. Whitfield onto Potter. Potter takes play just over the Saints 25. Ford again. Now to Edwards. Edwards onto Hanley. Hanley still manages to get the ball out to Dowling. Dowling's still going. Finally downed by Allen. Goodway takes it himself. Ball out to Ford. Unable to hold on to the slippery ball. Peters feeds. Referee not happy with the scrum. Peters feeds again. Ball comes out, tackled by Ford. Ball now with Allen. Dwyer, onto Arkwright. Platt well tackled by Goodway. Ball now with Hegarty. Hegarty turns, gets the ball back to Peters. Peters long ball, taken well by Vivers. Well, ball now with Gawley. Gawley making the break. Finally loses his feet, just over the halfway line. Scrum down called. Dwyer's not happy with that. It'll be Mike Ford to feed for Wigan. Ball comes out the back. Ford gathers on the second attempt. Potter acting halfback. Potter decides to take it himself. Met by Platt and Peters. Ball now to Dutoit. Straightens up. Drives in. Good run by Dutoit. Ball now with Sean Wayne. Driving it back in. Now to Kiss. Ford. Ford plays the run around with Dowling. Ball now with Edwards. Edwards loses his footing. Like a punch was thrown from Allen in the tackle. Dowling takes it himself from acting halfback. Driving through. Loses the ball. Ball picked up well by Nicky Kiss. That's Mike Ford in support. Mike Ford has got Greg Dowling. Dowling's going to go through for his first try for Wigan. Behind the post. Oh, well backed up by Greg Dowling. Scores his first try for Wigan on his home debut. David Stevenson with a conversion attempt. Straight between the posts. Takes the score now to Wigan 22, St Helens 2. 16 minutes gone in the second half. Hegarty restarts. Ball taken by Edwards. Referee Mr Campbell orders the kick to be retaken. Auckland restarts. Big cheer goes up in the crowd as they see Wigan's new signing Steve Ella warming up on the touchline, number 14. Play goes on. All now with Dutoit. Dutoit driving through. Only down by Dwyer and Platt. No Kiss. Round the blind side on his own. Tackled by Vivas and Day. Ball now with Dowling. On to Wayne. Wayne runs through. Unable to get the pass out to Edwards. So he's tackled by Hegarty. Ball with Mike Ford. Ford with a kick. Good kick by Mike Ford. Finds touch. Just over the 25-yard line. And Wigan's new signing, Steve Ella, comes on the field to make his English debut, replacing Steve Hampson. Ella in with his first tackle. Sean Edwards now goes back to full back. Ella goes in the half back. Day unable to hold on to the ball. Knock on. Mike Ford to feed the scrum. About 12 yards beside the St Helens half of the field. Good heel by Kiss. Ford gathers. Potter behind the play of the ball. Potter takes it himself. Ball now with Wayne. Move forward onto Dowling. Dowling goes himself. Able to get the pass out to Ella. No Kiss. Onto Mike Ford. Goodway driving in. Goodway still going, looking around for support. Sixth tackle coming up. Drop goal attempt by David Stevenson. Just wide of the left hand side of the post. Dwyer will restart with a tap from the 25 onto Burke, running short. Now Dwyer. Met well by Wayne and Ella. Ball now with Arkwright, looking around for runners. It's a ball out to Haggerty. Haggerty well wrapped up by Potter and Goodway. No goalie. Finally down by Ford. Ball now with Peters. Long one. Well, Arkwright got the ball out to Platt. He was tackled, but Platt managed to get the ball back out to Arkwright. Sixth tackle coming up. Touch judge is on. Slocklin puts up the kick. Goes through Smith's hands. Finally slides into touch. Touch judge wandering around the middle of the field. Mark Campbell comes over to talk to him. Who's he calling out? Sean Wayne. Well, referee Campbell gives a free kick. Wayne allegedly stamping on the player in the tackle. There's a Lachlan. Kicks for touch. Well, St Helens on the attack. Dwyer restarts, takes it himself. Met by Kiss and Wayne. Peters behind the play of the ball. Out to Arkwright. Arkwright back to Peters. It's a good ball out to Platt on the burst. Now Peters again. Long ball out. Taken well by Vivas. On to Lachlan. Joining the line. No Day. Tattle by Ella. Now Arkwright. Tattle by Kiss. The sixth tattle comes up. Allen loses his footing, so it'll be a changeover. Dowling restarts to Kiss. Met by Platt and Dwyer. Ball now to Detroit. Moves a long ball back, gathered well by Potter. Potter running through, gets the ball out to Colin Whitfield. Referee calls a forward pass. Whitfield desperately unlucky there. Would have been away. Sean Wayne comes off the field, will be substituted by Brian Case. So all the substitutes from both sides now on the field. As Peters feeds. Ford gathers. All now with Potter out the scrum quickly. Now Brian Case getting his first touch of the ball. Case behind the play of the ball. Well, we can still keep it going with Detroit. Detroit gets a long ball out to Whitfield. Whitfield's going down his siders. Well tackled by Litherland. Into touch. Wigan player down injured. It's Dowling down injured. Dowling restored by Keith Mills, his magic sponge. As the scrum forms, just over halfway. Peters feeds, ball comes straight out. Peters feeds again. This time, Free Campbell lets it go. Arkwright, dummy half. Ball now with Haggerty. Finally tackled by Case. Ball now with Peters. On to Burke, running wide. Met by Dutoit and Stevenson. Ball now with Arkwright. Goalie slips. Six tackle comes up. Ball goes out to Vivas. Puts up the bomb. Edwards is underneath it. Well taken by Sean Edwards. Smith behind the play of the ball. Decides to go it himself. Case on to Case. Ball now with Kiss. Good hard tackle from his opposite number, Dwyer. Ball back to Potter. Ball now back to Edwards for the kick through. Day's covering. Late taken by Dutoit, but manages to get the pass out to Loughlin. Straightens up. Finally down by Kiss. Litherland onto Arkwright. Alright, tackled by Potter. Now Peters decides to go in himself. There's a long ball out to Vivas. Vivas loses possession. Picked up for Wigan by David Stevenson. Ball into Case. Now on to Ella getting his first touch of the ball. Ball now with Goodway. Short ball out to Hanley. Hanley's still going. Shrugs off the tackle of Ledger. Finally wrapped up by Litherland. Colin Whitfield and the play of the ball. On to Mike Ford. Short ball, Sean Edwards joining the line. On with Dowling. On Steve Ella. Short ball back to Dutoit. We're going to have the overlap. Dutoit decides to go it himself. Gets a good ball out to David Stevenson. Stevenson loses the ball in the tackle. Referee said it was a knock on as Ford picked up well. Another good break by Wigan. Peters feeds. It's back to Loughlin. Loughlin tackled by Ella. Paul now with Arkwright. Arkwright well wrapped up by a Goodway and Case. Paul now with Peters. Short ball. Onto Platt. Platt unable to gather it. David Stevenson gains possession for Wigan. And St Helens 25. Now Kiss decides to take it himself. Ball now to Stevenson. Stevenson going. Tackled by goalie and Burke. On to Ford. On to Dowling again. Dowling showing the ball. Unable to get the pass out. Dowling loses the ball in the tackle. And free kick to St Helens. Sean Wayne comes back on the field to replace Greg Dowling. Took a knock earlier on. Loughlin decides to kick for touch. Gains 25 yards with a kick. Dwyer restarts. Takes it himself. Met by his opposite number, Kiss. Loses the ball in the tackle. Wigan's ball. Ball out to Case. Now to Dutoit. Now Goodway. Goodway, a long ball picked up well by Steve Ella. Gets it back inside to Hanley. Hanley going through. Tackled by goalie Monarchright. Hanley plays it to himself. Makes another 10 yards. Forward behind the play of the ball. Is it blind up to Sean Wayne? Wayne loses the ball. He'll scrum down. Peters to feed. Ball now with Arkwright. Well tackled by Dutoit and Potter. Ball now with Burke. Burke running wide. Taken by Stevenson and Ford. And Wigan tackling very well. St Helens making no ground at all. Ball goes back to Lachlan from Dwyer. Ball taken well by Sean Edwards. Gets it on to Colin Whitfield. Whitfield tackled by Ledger. Man Litherland. Ball now with Goodway running straight. Case acting halfback. On to Ford. Ford to Case. Case to Hanley. Hanley on to Dutoit. Hands off Hegarty. Straightens up. Dutoit still going. Nicky Dutoit still. Well, a good run by Dutoit, but a little bit wild pass at the end. Ball now with Hanley running crossfield. Hanley still gets the ball at the tackle. We can carry on the momentum with Potter. Potter finally dives at the ball. Appreciative applause as Kiss takes it himself from halfback. Mike Ford takes it up. On to Kiss. Kiss tattle 20 yards from the line. 6 tattle coming up. Ball now with Ella. Ella puts up the kick through. Lachlan gathers well. Lachlan loses it. And free kick to Wigan. Burke offside. And David Stevenson elects to kick for goal. I think most of the crowd wanted Wigan to run the ball. Only about 6 minutes left of this match. Paul, is it possible to get some tickets from the live for Sunday? Sorry? To get tickets for Sunday? Get one from your wife and my brother. Here we go. Okay. You get some tomorrow, yeah. A good goal by David Stevenson. And 6 minutes left of this match. Wigan extend their lead. Score Wigan 24, St Helens 2. And the applause you hear is for Sean Edwards being voted man of the match. But I bet this man Dutoit Was near the top of the list for the man of the match tonight. Good storming game by Dutoit. Ball now with Steve Eller. Eller decides to go it himself. That's the ball out to Edwards and support. Edwards going through the centre. Only tackled by Burke and Allen. Ball now with Goodway. Ball now with Ford. Ford tries to chip through. Ball taken well by Hanley. Hanley's going round Lucklin. Finally tackled by Day. Ford on to Steve Eller. Eller tries to chip through. Is Eller going to score in his first match? He had a brilliant try by Steve Eller. Well, what a brilliant kick through by Steve Eller. His first match for Wigan. Only arrived in England this morning from Australia. And he's kicked through and gathers the score. And Stevenson with a conversion attempt. Yes, good goal by Stevenson. And the final 3 minutes of this match. Wigan leading 30 points to 2 as Lachlan restarts. Ball taken by Ford. On to Dutoit, driving straight. Brian Case takes it up now. Just gets the ball out to Potter. Potter dives with us, he's tackled by Dwyer. On now with Mike Ford. Ford tries the long kick. Is it going to roll? No, Lachlan gathers. Tackled by Smith and Stevenson. Ball now to Sean Day. Day tries to chip through. Edwards gathers well. Beats Day. Sean Edwards sets up another attack. It's a long ball out. Well, bit of a wild ball from Sean Edwards. Had Hanley and Stevenson in support. Later threw the long pass out to Whitfield. Ball went into touch. I think it possibly would have been forward whether or not had Whitfield gathered. Be a scrum down. Another heel against the head by Kiss. On to Ella. Ella's still going. Finally down by Peters. Dutoit takes it himself. Free kick to Wigan. Whitfield, a long kick to touch. Wigan going to get a final try in the last minute. Kiss starts. On to Ford. First pass to Wayne. Now on to Ford again. On to Edwards joining the line. Edwards makes the run round Hanley. The ball onto Goodway. And final seconds of this match. Ball now with Ella. Ella decides to go himself. Gets a good ball out to Smith. Smith still going. All the way Ford. On to Case. Back to Ford. On to Hanley. Hanley's gone. looking through the gap. Able to get the pass out. Gathered by Allen for St Helens. Well now with Arkwright. And there goes the final hooter. Wigan are through to the final of the Lancashire Cup. Final score here from Central Park. Wigan 30, St Helens 2. Wigan with tries through Wayne, Dowling, 2 from Edwards, and 1 from Steve Eller on his debut. 5 goals from David Stevenson. In reply, we had 1 goal from Sean Day for St Helens. I'd like to thank our cameraman this evening, Brian Worthington. And this is your commentator, Carl Culshaw, saying I hope you've enjoyed the video. And good night.